Welcome everybody back to the universe mode. It is Monster here once again, and we are in another Raw, and well, this is odd. Ethan Page isn't even scheduled to be here. He's not even booked on the card. This is supposed to be another men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. I don't know what Ethan Page is doing here, but I guess he's making his presence felt. Yeah, so I'm a little confused here, but I'm getting word that Rey Mysterio, who was supposed to be in this match, was attacked by someone. I don't know who. I have my suspicions already, considering who's out here that's not supposed to be, but I mean, who knows? But these next 5 are scheduled to be in this match. First with the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Big opportunity for Pete Dunne. Of course, one of the men to hold the NXT UK Championship. My question is here, can Pete Dunne translate his success in NXT UK to the main roster? He has yet to do so. Only time will tell here. Pete Dunne looking to become maybe Mr. Money in the Bank. Of course, we know Logan Paul so far here on the Raw side. SmackDown has Adam Cole in the men's ladder match. It's already stacking up to become an all-timer for a ladder match. And here comes the Rated R Superstar, one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And I gotta wonder, is this a risk on the part of Adam Copeland competing in this match and possibly having to defend against Kyle Fletcher, Austin Theory? I mean, at least I would assume probably Money in the Bank, but if Copeland and maybe Randy Orton qualify for the ladder matches, gotta think that might change some things. We haven't really seen Copeland or Randy Orton in much singles action, so this is going to be very interesting. Of course, almost called him Edge. Well, I mean, he technically is, but he's won 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches before, looking to get his 3rd briefcase, the Ultimate Opportunist. And here comes a fan favorite. A man that's competed in 3 ladder matches and believes he should have won at least one of them. LA Knight. LA Knight looking to get to that next level and become a world heavyweight champion. Something he's been wanting to do for the last few years here in WWE, but hasn't really had a chance to do it. Is tonight the first step for LA Knight to get to the mountaintop that he believes he can get to? Megastar, the crowd behind him. But is that going to matter in the grand scheme of things? And here comes another fan favorite. Many call him the underdog from the underground, but This man has done everything but become a world heavyweight champion as well. Sami Zayn, multiple time Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, Tag Team Champion. Sami Zayn has one goal left. Can he accomplish that goal by qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match here tonight? He's definitely a capable competitor, I would say. He's competed in a few Money in the Bank ladder matches before. Has some experience, does Sami. Crowd is singing along here with Sami Zayn as he gets ready for a big opportunity. And that leaves us with one, the inventor of the Money in the Bank ladder match, Chris Jericho. And you know Chris Jericho is chomping at the bit to finally win one of these matches that he created. He's competed in many ladder matches with the briefcase on the line, but he just hasn't been able to close the deal. Could this be the one if Jericho is able to qualify and once again be a world champion? And you know Jericho's walking down there with confidence, being the veteran in this match. 30 years of experience, 30 plus years actually. Jericho goes by many different things. The Ayatollah of rock and roll, the Painmaker. The list goes on and on. This man is the master of reinvention. Could you imagine what it'll become if he becomes Mr. Money in the Bank? Who knows? I don't know if anyone really wants to find out. But here we go. Third spot in the ladder match on the line. All 6 men going at it. See Ethan Page going after Copeland. LA Knight after Jericho. And then you got Sami Zayn going after Pete Dunne. What a mix of matches here. We saw how chaotic and fun that last match was. Logan Paul was able to squeak out the victory. You gotta have all eyes in the back of your head in a match like this. Here's Copeland looking to qualify. Pete Dunne able to save the match. Now Sami with that kendo stick. Copeland going after Sami. Double team action here by Page and Copeland, taking down the bruiserweight. Ethan Page looking to build some momentum here in his Universe Mode career, is yet to win a match. And what a way to do it if he can knock off one half of the tag champs in a match he wasn't even supposed to be in. Look at Copeland, kill switch. Paying homage to his buddy Christian over on SmackDown. And kick it at one by Pete Dunne. All these guys looking for a quick victory. Down goes Copeland. Dunne going right to work. Here's LA Knight now in the ring, saving the matchup. Megastar keeping his hopes and dreams alive. I'm going for another Money in the Bank briefcase. Hopefully getting it done this time. Cover by Dunn. Not even a 1 count on All Ego. Ethan Page, a very cold, calculated man. He's done basically everything there is to do at NXT, looking to get some main roster success, and down he goes, courtesy of LA Knight. Right now to the second rope, these two. Oh, what a low blow by Page. No disqualifications in this kind of matchup. Page trying to steal the win here. And Copeland comes in, but a 2 count for Page nonetheless. And now glam slam by Cope, paying homage to Beth Phoenix again. His wife. LA Knight now feeling the strikes of the Rated R Superstar. Down he goes. Off the ropes goes Knight. Nice spinning heel kick. Page now trying to get some revenge on the Rated R Superstar. Down on the knee. Pete Dunne's got Jericho down. Dunne to punch his ticket here. No. 2 count. So close, and it could have been a huge win right there for Dunne if he were to pin Jericho. Someone as accomplished as him. And down goes Page, right on the back of his neck. Clothesline, down goes Sammy. And now Page, he's got Dunne. Ego's Edge. This is Page. Down goes the Bruiserweight. And Jericho is in to save the match. Sammy. Oh, went for the Blue Thunder Bomb. Jericho fights out. Page has got a feet on the ropes, but... man, chaos everywhere. Impaler DDT by Copeland. And this is exactly how I thought it was going to be. How we all thought it was going to be. Uh-oh, Copeland looking for the spear on LA Knight. He hits it, it's over. Spear on the Megastar. But Jericho is there. Jericho doesn't bring up the pin. No, Knight kicks out. I thought it was over. And Jericho didn't break up the pin, but Knight somehow has the will to keep fighting. Oh, Dunne's got to cover. Copeland saved by Jericho. Codebreaker, Jericho, he got it. Knight planted Zayn, I think, with a BFT. I couldn't quite tell. Sammy's down. All 3 men just standing around. Page saves the match. Page face first off the turnbuckle. And Jericho going right to the ribs. All Ego, Ethan Page. Nice drop kick by Sammy. Knight now with the steps. Haluva kick on All Ego. Sami Zayn's going to Money in the Bank. Jericho gets out. Knight, no. Page kicked out. I thought Knight was going to stop him, but clearly did not. A risky play. You think your opponent's going to kick out? They might not. Down goes Knight. Misses. Look at Zayn. He rolls him up. Stacks him up. Page. Distracted by Jericho. Not enough. Knight in the corner. Page puts Sammy in the corner. Oh, Jericho went for the Judas effect. Roll up by Jericho on Knight. Sammy. Now Knight rolls up Jericho. Knight, is he going to get him? No, Jericho back. Back and forth between these two, and Sami Zayn finally breaks it up. What a match this is. To kick off Monday Night Raw. A spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match on the line. Spear by Copeland. Sammy's down. Nobody's around to break it up. Copeland, no. So close. Ethan Page gets slammed down by Copeland. Now he goes to Jericho. Jericho fights out. A shot to the face. Now what's Page got in mind? Oh, it's Reagan at the eyes, I think. That is, I mean, no DQ. Ethan's allowed to do what he feels he needs to. Elbow to the back of Chris Jericho. Cover here by Page. Could go to Money in the Bank and Sami at 1. Ethan Page, what is this? Down goes Jericho. Nice strength by Ethan Page, just lifting Jericho up like that. Page has got Jericho, Ego's edge. Is this gonna win the match? Page plants Jericho. But Dunn breaks it up. Knight gets planted by Copeland. Sami now, oh, maybe looks for an exploder in the corner, but Copeland stopped him. Now Sami turns his attention to Pete Dunne. What a move by Sami into the suplex powerbomb position. Sami, not enough. Sami now's got Copeland in the corner. Haluva kick! Haluva kick by Sami! Is this gonna do it? No, LA Knight in to save the matchup. Sami now goes rolling through on Knight. Here's a cover. Dunn trying to get in there to break it up, but Knight kicks out. Oh, going for the bitter end here is Pete Dunne, and there it is. Page planted. It looked like Copeland saved the match. Now Jericho, all these guys going for a cover. I think Sami broke it up that time. There's Pete Dunne going to work on the joints and the limbs of his opponent. Getting stopped in his tracks and down. Oh, Knight. I thought he was going with the BFT on Ethan Page, but not yet. There it is, BFT on Sami. Knight has a chance, but he's going after Dunne instead. Oh, that might be a crucial mistake for Knight, and Jericho takes advantage of that mistake into a code breaker. Wait, Sami. Jericho tried to knock him down. Sami back to his feet. I think that cost Jericho his pin right there. I think he was going to pin Knight, and then Sami started getting to his feet. And now Jericho's going to try and do some more damage. Make sure Knight stays down. Judas effect on Sami. Nobody's there to break it up. Jericho gets the win. And Chris Jericho is going to Money in the Bank. The match he created, he gets another shot to hopefully get that first briefcase. Can he get it done? Only time will tell. Well, folks, I guess our Raw General Manager, Jeff Jarrett, surprisingly in the building tonight. Can't believe he's here. And there's Jarrett. Gotta think he's not feeling 100% after that beating from Seth Rollins in the Vision last week. Let's see what Jarrett has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I got beat down by Seth Rollins in the Vision last week. For no reason at all. So Seth, get your you-know-what out here. Well, there's Rollins. Jeff. You know, after what you did sticking your nose in my business at Crown Jewel, I had all the right to attack you last week. Well, Seth, you may have beat me down, but I'm still here. And you know what? I have the ability to make your life a living hell. Whoa. Are we gonna... We got an official out here, but... Are we having a match right now? Jarrett's in a suit. I didn't think we were going to have an extra match here tonight, but I guess we are. Rollins and Jarrett right now. Jarrett wearing a suit in this match. I didn't think we were going to go through with this, but here we are. We got to think Jarrett not 100%. This is not smart by our GM accepting this impromptu match against the leader of the Vision. You got to think with Finn Balor now as the world champion, Seth Rollins maybe wants to assert his dominance here. Maybe get himself back into the world title picture. Of course, no Finn Balor here tonight. Most likely relaxing at home. Finally gonna have more than a week with that world title. And Jarrett now, cheap shot on Rollins, and a justified one at that in my opinion. Rollins just working the arm here of Jarrett. Both these men multi-time world champions, multi-time intercontinental champions as well. But I gotta admire the guts of Jeff Jarrett to even take this match on with Rollins after all that he was put through last week, and there's a swanton by Rollins. How Jarrett kicked out at one is beyond me. And now Rollins going for that ripcord knee and nails Jarrett with it. And now Rollins is just continuing to go to work. To the knee goes Jarrett. where you, you shouldn't go, but taking it to him nonetheless. Here we go. Rollins blocks, another block, shot by Rollins. Rollins just telling Jarrett to bring it on. Not even fazed by him. Rollins just sickens me. And it's how confident and brash he is. Jarrett gets the upper hand. Rollins knocked down, taken by the leg. And now Jarrett gonna drag him to the middle of the ring. Is our GM gonna win this? No, Rollins kicks out at 2. Wow. I gotta say, in a suit, Jeff Jarrett's putting on one heck of a performance. Oh, Rollins. He went for the stop, but Jarrett. And again, Rollins ducked whoever Jarrett was going for. Nice German by Seth. Uh-oh. Knee right to the side of the head, and I'm starting to fear it might be over here soon for Jarrett. I don't know how much more he could take, and down goes Rollins onto our general manager. Only a 2 count, and Rollins might be looking to put this one away. Kicked in the midsection, here it is. A stomp on our general manager. Once again, shades of last week. And that is gonna do it. Rollins has put down our general manager in this impromptu contest. I don't even know what to say. Hopeful that Jarrett can still get this all sorted out. But in the meantime, we're gonna send you guys to a video from last week. We caught up with CM Punk after his world title loss to Finn Balor. Punk. Any comment on your world title loss to Finn? Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. Finn was the better man tonight. And unfortunately, CM Punk didn't have what it takes to beat Finn Balor. Finn, you may beat me twice, but when the time is right, I'll come back and reclaim what's mine. Don't make me regret leaving, because I think it's in good hands. For now. In due time. And you are back here from Raw. Obviously, CM Punk taking some time away after that loss last week. Rightfully so. We hope Punk nothing but the best. And hopefully we will see him again, not too, in the not so distant future. But until then, speedy recovery, and we wish nothing but the best for Punk as we got some women's Money in the Bank qualifying action coming up next. And Blake Monroe is here. Obviously, last time we seen Blake, it was bit of a different story. Of course, she was in the Women's World Championship match on the first episode, coming up short against Liv Morgan, Stephanie Becerra, and Tiffany Stratton. Blake Monroe looking to get herself into the Money in the Bank ladder match, and you gotta wonder, what would Blake Monroe with a briefcase look like? I definitely have some ideas, but not sure how that would play out. Obviously, we'd have to see if Blake even gets into the ladder match before we jump that far ahead. Here comes a woman that's looking for a big opportunity as well, Zelina Vega. And what an opportunity a shot at a world title would be. Obviously, if she can win that Money in the Bank ladder match, she's got to get through this match first. So let's see what Zelina Vega can do for a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Zelina Vega is there, and we got 2 more competitors. First out, we got Fallon Henley representing Fatal Influence. Been seeing a lot of Fallon recently. Haven't really seen much of JC Jane or Jasmine Nix. They're not going to be here tonight at ringside for Fallon, but I'm sure they're cheering her on in the back. So we'll see what Fallon can do. Maybe get herself into that ladder match. Finally, La Primera is back on Raw. First time we've seen her since she lost her Money in the Bank qualifier, or no, King of the Ring. I'm losing my mind here, folks. I'm sorry. Queen of the Ring match with Chelsea Green. That's what I meant. We've last seen her then. Looking to maybe qualify for her second Money in the Bank ladder match and ascend to become Women's World Champion. But she's got to get through these other 3 talented female performers first before we get that far. Which of these 4 will join Mercedes Moné and Jamie Hayter in the women's Money in the Bank? Well, we're about to find out. Here we go. Blake Monroe goes after Fallon Henley. Zelina after Stephanie Becker. Ladies and gentlemen, during this match, I've been informed by Jeff Jarrett as he was possibly being sent to the hospital after that impromptu match and suffering further injuries after last week. Jeff Jarrett said the Braun Breaker will defend the Intercontinental Championship later tonight against a mystery opponent that he will not tell us as punishment for Seth Rollins. And hopefully Seth will learn his lesson, is what Jeff was telling me through the headset. So we'll see who Breaker defends his IC championship against later tonight. Just thought I'd announce that here as we're on the air. And I see Blake Monroe going after Fallon Henley. Now Becker going after Blake. Not too much history here. I mean, they both came over from Jacksonville, and well, Stephanie got moved up to the main roster before Blake really arrived here to WWE. And now Blake and Fallon trying to steal the match, but unsuccessful. Both ladies were. Now Vega, splash on Becaire. Down goes Henley. Now look at Stephanie go. Nice DDT on Monroe. La Primera doing her thing, and she gets speared off the apron by Zelina Vega. And now Blake Monroe with a kendo stick. We know how dangerous Blake can be in these no DQ type matches. There's a kick out by Fallon Henley. Zelina planting Blake Monroe. Nice Hurricane Rana spiking Blake on her head. And now Zelina might be looking to end this thing. Money in the Bank spot on the line, but Monroe counters. Oh, look at Zelina go, getting out of there. Last second. But missed Blake there on the way. And Monroe gonna land some punches here. Becaire getting back in the ring. Blake goes to the apron. Nice drop kick. Springboard drop kick at that. Now Zelina Vega at the mercy of Blake Monroe with that double arm DDT. Becaire gets in the ring trying to maybe prevent the win, and she does just about that. Going for SVB. La Primera to go to Money in the Bank, and Fallon Henley again saves the matchup. Missed. And now look at Becaire with that sledgehammer. Now Vega looking to put away Stephanie here. Look at this, code red. But Monroe has a kendo stick and just throws it at Vega. Now Zelina gonna suplex Monroe, but Stephanie might be cold in terms of trying to end this match. Zelina had a good opportunity until Blake came in. Now look at Blake trying to steal this one, but Zelina and Fallon are there to save it. Look at Vega into the cover. Only a 1 count though. Spear of sorts. Here's a cover. Becaire almost steals this one. Nice super kick. Double D's. Becaire's got Monroe right where she wants her. Cover here, and no, a 2 count for Stephanie. Oh, look at Blake trying to steal from behind. Vaquer almost let Blake get away with it. Kitchen sink there by Monroe, and look at Vega. Submission hold. And Fallon going right to the knee after saving the matchup. Look at Fallon. Code red on Zelina, her own move. Oh, but Monroe saves it again at the last possible second. Famouser by Henley. Vaquer sends her into the ropes. Trips her up. Vaquer trying to pin Fallon. Everybody down. No, 2 count again by Stephanie. Oh. Rough landing there by Stephanie Vaquer. Nice little clothesline there by Fallon. Zelina, code red on Stephanie, but Blake is on her feet again, trying to steal it. Crash and burn. Look at Blake just planting Vaquer. Back suplex. Monroe's now got Henley. Stephanie reverses, sending Monroe into a kick. Oh. Fallon making sure Stephanie didn't hit her, and well, that didn't really work out too well for you. What is Vaquer? A spiral tap of sorts. Vaquer looking to punch her ticket, but Vega again at the last possible moment. Now Vega going right to the knees, going for the DDT. X Factor. Monroe and Vega all alone in the ring. Drop kick. Monroe, oh. Vega slides out, smart. Drop kick to the back by Monroe. Fallon running in, a spinning uppercut. Backstabber by Vega. And now Fallon with that sledgehammer to the back of Monroe. Rough landing by Vega, taking out the other two. Oh, Henley almost got the 3, but Monroe saved it. Now double arm DDT. And Vega knocks Blake down. Vaquer gets in the ring. Stephanie had the chair, but Vega got a 2 count. Had to break it up. These 4 ladies putting on an incredible showing. Code red by Stephanie. Another person stealing Zelina's move. Monroe wanting Stephanie to get up. Maybe wanting to pin Stephanie to get to Money in the Bank. Make a statement here. Monroe with a chair right to the head. And another chair shot. And another one. Monroe has done enough damage, I think. Stephanie just crawling to the corner. And second rope DDT. Monroe very well may have this. It's a knee strike. Just to end it, Blake. You've done enough damage. Here it is. Double arm DDT on Becaire. Cover. Vega coming in. But Blake Monroe with the win and is going to Money in the Bank. Another outstanding match. Blake Monroe prevails, however. And now she's going to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Well, that's half the fields for the men and the women now confirmed. And ladies and gentlemen, just as advertised, the King of the Ring is here. We will hear from King McIntyre next. And here he is. What does Drew McIntyre have to say, not only about his King of the Ring win, but after the events of last week? Ladies and gentlemen, I am now your King of the Ring, Drew McIntyre. And I must say, I am intrigued by the world title picture after last week. At first I thought I was going to face that no good CM Punk, but now I got Finn Balor. I'll be waiting, Finn, or whoever's the champ is. Short and sweet by McIntyre. But hey, at least he showed up as advertised, unlike a certain somebody on SmackDown. Anyway, main event time. Who has GM Jeff Jarrett called up to take the IC title from Braun Breaker? Let's find out. Who is it going to be? I am very excited for this. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of all time is back. First time we've seen John Cena since Backlash, when he lost that triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship. And now he's here to help Jeff Jarrett with his plan to stop the Vision. And remember, folks, John Cena has never won the Intercontinental Championship. Will this finally be the night that the GOAT becomes a Grand Slam? We will find out. Man, this is going to be a tough task for Braun Breaker, I must say. Because when you get John Cena involved in your business, you know it's not looking too good. Oh, I also forgot to mention, Jeff Jarrett also mentioned the Vision has been barred from ringside, and that does include Paul Heyman, so this will be a fair one-on-one match for the Intercontinental Championship. So we'll really get to see what Braun Breaker is made of against someone like John Cena. This is going to be good, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Vision finally be put to, at least at this point, a permanent end? Their little reign of terror they got going on. Or is Braun Breaker going to continue to dominate as the Intercontinental Champion? That is the question we are about to answer. Braun Breaker, the future, the here, the now, whatever you want to call him. John Cena. And he's looking to put an end to whatever Seth Rollins has going on here. That is what it's all about right there, ladies and gentlemen. Braun Breaker's second defense. Won the belt back at the first Raw of the series. John Cena looking to take said IC championship. So we'll see, because a win over Cena for Breaker would do wonders for him, if it hasn't already, with the amount of stuff he's done here in the WWE in such a short time. Now Breaker with those shots right to the back of the head of Cena. Cena's got to get something going here. Look at that athleticism by Braun Breaker. Standing moonsault. Breaker's just unloading on Cena. Maybe a little bit of ring rust coming into play for John. Obviously, we haven't seen him in about a month. So, gotta think that's weighing in on him a little bit. And Breaker just slams him down like he's nothing. I can't even believe what Braun Breaker is showing so far in this match, just destroying someone like John Cena. Cena's yet to get any sort of offense. And Breaker, neck first, goes Cena off the rope. Axe handle from the second rope by Braun. This is clubbering blows right to the back of the head. Breaker into the cover. 2 count by the IC champ. And another set of blows to the back of the head. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks Cena unconscious at this point. And now Cena trying to fire up. Cena with the shoulder tackle. Another shoulder tackle. Cena on all cylinders right here. Planting the champion. And you can clearly tell the crowd chanting for Cena. Bear hug. Trying to make the champion tap out, but not a lot of damage is done to the champ just yet. Long way to go, John. Oh, look at Breaker. Maybe going for an AA. Maybe trying to mock Cena a little bit. Cena slams him down. Not having any of it. John to the top rope. What's he got in mind? 5-knuckle shuffle from the top. Misses. Uh-oh, and Breaker fired up here. Dropping Cena on his stomach. Clothesline sends Cena over the top. Braun Breaker is something else, man. And look at this dive to the outside. This man is an absolute freak of nature. Cena now reverses the champion. Sends him back in. Remember, champion's advantage falls in the way of Braun Breaker here. Cena can only win by pin or submission. Spear by Breaker. Cena may be out. Breaker to retain, and no, Cena kicks out at 2. And now Breaker and Cena trading shots here, middle of the ring. Cena's got to get something going here. Been mostly all Braun Breaker in this one. Breaker just taunting Cena to hit him time and time again. Both these men. Look at Cena. Here we go. Who gets the upper hand? Cena with the upper hand on Breaker. He's stunned. Cena now, crossbody. Cover by Cena to become the champion. Breaker's down, no. 1 count. Uh-oh. Cena going for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Here it is. Cena connects. Cover by Cena again to win the championship. Breaker down. 2, no. Another 2 count by Cena. Oh, Braun went for a shot. Cena ducked. Here we go. Attitude adjustment. But John falls with him. He can't make the cover. John into the cover. Breaker's foot might be under the rope. The ref doesn't see it, but Breaker kicks out at 2. Man, near fall after near fall for Cena. Breaker continues to stay in it. Showing that heart. And we know he can have a nice Hurricane Rana. Now Breaker just unloading on Cena outside the ring. And the straps are down, and that is not a good sign. Breaker's got Cena up and both knees right to the midsection. Breaker could have this one won. Cena back into the ring. Breaker covers in middle of the ring. Is he going to beat Cena? Breaker does it. What a win for Braun Breaker. Defeating someone of the caliber of John Cena. Wow. Well, Jeff Jarrett's plan did not go according to plan. What a win. Well, thank you all for tuning in to Raw. And until SmackDown, I will see you all for the next one.